Hi, welcome back to my channel. So my channel finally has hit over 15,000 total views. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Lifetime. This is 16,000, but publicly it's over 15,000. And I have over 30 subscribers now. Yay! So what I'm going to go over today is what I've been doing, right, to get my channel up to this metric. So I joined Metricool. I found this from another YouTuber, Modern Millie, and I'm only using it for Instagram just because YouTube already gives you the ability to like schedule out your content versus Instagram doesn't really let you do that. You can use it to publish the same post across multiple platforms. I'm just using it for Instagram because I already had my YouTube content mapped out and my Instagram strategy is brand new, basically. So I used it, and now I have basically my entire quarter, like Q4 for 2025 done. And then I have like my basic post promoting my ebook. And then another tip that I learned from Modern Millie is to publish some kind of ebook. And that is something else I've done in this past quarter, in these past few weeks, between weeks 14 and 18. I created like an ebook for my programs. And then I also have this. Now, just to let you know, I can code and I'm able to code, but I also didn't want to spend a million hours coding for this specifically, just because I'm not really getting paid for it. So I'm doing it for free, right? So there is this tool called Kiro that can create projects for you. So this is what Kiro basically built for me for my admin portal. Let me go ahead and spin that up for you. It's right here. But it's basically my free dashboard I use because everybody else they don't have free tier anymore. So I basically have this, which Kiro built for me completely. Obviously, I had to go in and like fix some things here and there, but most of it was built by Kiro, which was really helpful, to be completely honest, because now I don't have to pay for a subscription for literally having no people. I only have 3 right now, like 3 subscribers to my newsletter, and I'm not gonna start sending them out until I have like 10. But that is how I have like the free version of like an admin portal, basically, for emails. These are really great creators. This is a really great pair of creators. They're brothers. They're honestly really knowledgeable on YouTube. But I will let you know that the odds of becoming a successful YouTube channel is actually pretty high compared to a lot of other fields. It's 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000 channels become successful, meaning they become monetized. So 1 in 1,000 channels. You have to understand, those are really great odds. Like, be delusional, do it, totally worth it. Because honestly, 1 in 1,000 chance of becoming like majorly successful on YouTube and then just continuing to grow and not giving up will definitely pay you out in the long run. Because 1 in 1,000, just think about it. Like most other fields, it's like 1 in a million, right? Like you have to compete with a million other people to become successful in that specific field. But on YouTube, it's only 1,000. It's literally only 1,000. Just Just so you understand. Really great odds in comparison. And then, oh, here's another stat. Like, think about it like this too. Like, I heard earlier today that for Stanford, it's 1 in 28 applicants get accepted into Stanford. So you only have to compete against 28 other people, you know, just so you understand, like, the different metrics. And that's just to get into Stanford. That doesn't necessarily mean that you'll, like, graduate or anything like that, but that's just, like, the actual acceptance rate, right? Which is technically higher. It's a higher success rate than becoming a YouTuber, but becoming a YouTuber is even more of, like, a good chance. Like, you know what I mean? It's a better chance than anything else. It's just, like, really wild to me to think about. Anyway, off that rant. So I have my content planned out. I decided to start using Sora to start building some random niche specific videos. So this is like a Halloween. I'm just having it generate like seasonal content for me. This is like a Halloween trailer of me being like a generic yoga influencer, and like I'm the star of like a slasher thriller. So that's like a prompt that I decided to create for that. This is my app that I already had created, which I kind of vibe coded. I kind of vibe coded that one with ChatGPT. And yeah, so that's my new tool, metricool. Now, something else you guys need to keep in mind when you're understanding your growth is not linear on YouTube. And what that means is, so I have a master's of science. I got my undergrad in computer science, so that means I'm really good at math. But just to let you know what linear means. Linear means it's like a line, just like a steady flowing line. Every content creator tells you it's not linear, okay? That means it can go up and down, up and down. And that is called a rate of change, right? Any kind of graph that has some kind of a dip or like any kind of like line, like any kind of curves, that is called a rate of change graph of some sort, right? And with those graphs, it's not a linear slope. So it's not easy for people to calculate what, like, there can be a line of regression, right? There can be a linear regression line that goes across your data. That's like basically an average linear version of what you'll see, but that's not going to give you like the full picture, right? So what a rate of change, and this is like how I got, you can use this specific phrase like rate of change to have ChatGPT kind of project how long it's probably going to take for your next milestone. Here, I was going to show you how I did that. So I'm using Google Drive, like these sheets to do this, and I decided to start basically copying and pasting like the metrics from these over to this. And then what I did with those is I created like little tables on the right side, like on the side of it, for one for Q3, one for Q4. And you can see here that this obviously is not linear. Why? Because I already have 14 subscribers and I'm not even in like total for Q4. And for Q3, I had 15, right? And I'm only like, 20 days into Q4. So obviously that's not linear, right? Because if it were linear, this would be 15 and it would continually be 15, but that's not true. Like I might hit 30 by the end of Q4. And that's going to indicate that you're having like a rate of change of some sort. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to you're going to want to sum up all of your views. Yeah, so this is like my total stayed to watch, like basically the entire amount of people that actually stayed to watch per video. And that's calculated by this column here. And then I just summed up that whole column. And then that was calculated based off of this percentage, or this percentage here. It's calculated off of this percentage here and these views here. And that'll get you this. And then basically, this is just the totals for the entire year of 2025. And then these are broken up into quarters. So your quarters are going to be 3 months, right? So the first quarter is January, February, March. Your second quarter is April, May, June. Your third quarter is July, August, September. And then your fourth quarter is going to be October, November, December. And honestly, this is really important for you to understand what your success is going to be. But you can plug this into ChatGPT and you can say, like I gave it the video, I gave it all of this data first and had it tell me what it predicted. And it decided to go with linear. And I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. And it said, basically, it's going to take me 72 months, which is roughly 6 years, apparently, to get to 1,000 subscribers, which is kind of true for some people. But based on what I've just showed you, there's obviously evidence that there's a rate of change, right? So I said, well, won't there be a rate of change at some point? Growth is rarely linear on YouTube, right? Then it just gave me a bunch of random stuff. And then I was like, well, then I gave it like the full stats. So it's really important for you to actually do these calculations, because now ChatGPT can use these calculations to actually generate your rate of change. And so now it's giving me an estimated of mid 2026 for me to hit 1,000. So do you see how like that's actually really important, how there's like a big difference? So 6 years versus mid next year. It's really important to understand the differences. And this is just basic calculus. All right.